The following video is of a technical nature and is not about doing something that's against the law. A common misnomer about very powerful large corporations is that they're legally permitted to write laws. Disney Corporation making it impossible for the mouse to ever become public domain, notwithstanding, with Sonny Bono's help. Halloween 2023, Bing Chat AI and Windows 11 Sales Copilot AI issues, and Gmail Basic View being killed. Basic View on Gmail will be deprecated, so if you want to defy them, there's a list of 5 links you can try using below that are all mail.google.com / and then some command telling it, shut up, I want to use Basic View. Yeah, it's a call to action. If a bunch of people suddenly want to find out what the fuss is about and use Basic View, which loads, no kidding, 8 times faster, they're not going to change their opinion. They're going to get angrier, and they're going to make it really obvious that they're doing this as an anti-consumer behavior. The only thing that'll make them stop doing this is if they get hit with a lawsuit, or if everyone figures out, no, you're not doing it for our best interest. You can use an email program to access your Gmail currently, because if you can't, they can't have Gmail be used by government employees. The solution is to stop using the web interface for Gmail at all and use some other damn thing. Mozilla Thunderbird might do a good job. The reason I'm saying that is you decide whether or not you're going to look at a bunch of unnecessary, bandwidth-consuming bullshit that does not make things better and lowers your security level. Yes, it's an uphill battle. It involves activism. It involves hacking. None of it's illegal, and everyone's going to lie to you about it. So why would a company do this when it has been demonstrated to make them spend more money making you do something you don't want to do? Because they make money off it somehow, and they don't tell you how. And you're supposed to trust them. I will leave live links to the Gmail links, because I want to see if YouTube is going to flag me for spam or viruses by pointing to a product run by Google again. And as I said years ago on a channel that's been deleted, if you don't choose to use the fastest, most secure, and least problematic interface, HTML, they're going to get rid of it someday. Welcome to someday. January 2024, they're going to cack this. Next subject, Windows 11 can and will encrypt your hard drives. By default, even if you just plug them in to format them, if it wants to. It isn't required to tell you that it's doing it because it's for your own good. Or not. They will require you to use UEFI and trusted platform modules and secure boot or any other thing they can do to have just that little bit more control. Microsoft Corporation is the company that lied for decades about whether or not they were spying on people for money and whether or not they were going to punish people by trying to have lawsuits that were somehow sealed so that they could keep people from doing things like install a different browser, turn off their bullshit, make installs that can't fight back. How to turn off but not get rid of Bing Chat AI. This is stage 1. This is the defiance stage. This is where you're telling it, I don't want to run Internet Explorer, even though you won't let me rip it out anymore. I'm running Windows 7, I did, but you can run the operating system you say you think you want. I'm running a shit computer and I can still do YouTube videos. Yes, they're poor quality. This is done for a specific set of reasons that have nothing to do with my computer, but I'm using Windows 7 heavily hacked, and I'm running some of the code from the operating systems you're running, including Mac OS apparently. Bing Chat AI kill off. It doesn't remove it, it turns it off, and it will lessen but not eliminate its threat. Yes, it's a threat. No, I don't care what you're saying right now. If you're a fanboy for a corporation that isn't giving you a financial blowjob every day, please shut up. Go to settings. privacy and security, Windows permissions, security permissions, more settings, so search highlights and toggle to disable. That's what they call it. Search highlights is Bing Chat AI. It's not on, it's only off a little bit, it's not removed, and the operating system is designed to make you think you're running Cortana from the video game. Windows 11 sales utility component that's called Copilot and is presented as something else. The Halloween 2023 Artificial Intelligence Update. To uninstall, many sets of instructions exist. Run Microsoft 365 Admin Center or some other thing. Go to Settings, someplace. Integrated Apps, select Microsoft Sales Copilot. Select Configuration tab, select Remove, confirm your choice, select Remove. Now, how do you keep this from happening if it hasn't happened yet? Find and turn off every update utility. Stop using software that has to be integrated into your operating system and has to run an updater. Find the last version of a piece of software you can find that would run on your computer that doesn't require updating to be secure. Nothing else. If you say, yeah, but you're done. We can't talk. And then locate the update utility, copy its name with extension, erase it, make a text file with nothing in it that has the same name. Make a file, change it to that, tell it, yes, I want you to change it. Make sure your computer isn't lying to you about showing you what the file name is, and then write only it. Read only it. Make it to where it can't be rewritten. And then lock it out of you changing it. Don't let it update. Registry hack. It's a sequence of codes you type into a command prompt, but you go to H key, current user, software, policies, Microsoft, Windows, Windows Copilot, and you turn off Windows Copilot. You add it as a D word. You have to explicitly put in that explanation. Now, of course, the company can just decide to change your settings and preferences. They do it all of the time. This is not a slippery slope thing. What they do is they keep beating on you until you just give up. In order to run some of the latest software, you have to run Windows 11. Companies that want to be seen as taking money from Microsoft or sucking corporate cork are going to do that. That has never been a requirement. List of things you can do if you want to. You can switch to Linux. Ubuntu would be your better option. And a bunch of shit on the internet will say, I won't let you come to our website because you're running a product we're competing with and we're going to illegally punish you because that's anti-competitive behavior. And even though it's a monopoly thing that in the United States would result in a finding of fact, like against Microsoft, they're going to keep doing it. Google and Microsoft Corporation are going to do these things. Yes, turning off your ability to read your email because they don't like your web browser or they don't like your email reading program isn't supposed to be able to happen. They don't like it. There isn't any technical reason for doing this. If you can run your email program from your computer, which could be as old as a command line program where you hit enter and it's running a command line and throwing things up like an old BBS or something, if you can do that, they can make a web interface and it will always be less money spent on it. And yes, the people who work at the company who tell you we can't do that are somehow admitting they can't do basic HTML and shit that's been known about for how many decades now. Suddenly they're ignorant of literally what came before them that they made money off of less than 5 years ago. And again, none of what they're doing has a good reason. I'm saying that. Well, the new interface is called Workspace. How many of y'all remember Google Plus being forced on people? Or that we had to have a Gmail account being forced on us? And now I'm going to give you the answer to what to do about Gmail. You're going to have to consider stop using Gmail. If they see a mass exodus of people closing Gmail accounts or refusing to use them anymore so that they go dead, they have to decide that they're going to kill off all of your Google products or admit that maybe requiring that everybody use a user interface where they're just mining you for money didn't work as a business model. Obviously, it will work if you don't resist. And all you have to do is mail.google.com/mail/ /h/ or it'll be mail/u/o or 0/h/ or mail.com, mail.google.com/?UI equals HTML, or a very similar one with mail afterwards. They're all links below in the description. And all it says is, I don't want to use this interface. I'm telling you what my preference is. Because people refused to defy the company by saying, I don't like this, and then not use it, they decided they could bully people around. If they found out that every single fucker who went on Gmail forced it to use the older interface, even though they kept hiding the switch button, by making it a fucking bookmarked link, and never using anything else than that, literally force fucking it by hitting the button again to go to the same Gmail link, forcing them to either say, we're logging you out, we hate you, or okay, we understand you, we hear you. If they don't see that number come up, really got to get those numbers up. That's not high enough. If they don't see the numbers pegging at a giant middle finger at the corporation, they know they can get away with it. You have to resist the demands of corporations at every single turn because they're looking for the group of people that they can keep beating on. And once you're part of that learned helplessness crowd, they milk you. Now, this might sound like an irrational rant. Okay, I'm one of many people that was cited but not named in getting Microsoft Corporation punished for hacking all of you. I'm one of hundreds of sources that ended up being used for some of the products you might have been using. The analysis us geeks did decades ago are the reason we're even having this conversation and not being completely censored. Now, is this video going to be flagged because I'm criticizing the company that owns the platform it's on? Yes, it will be. Is that supposed to be legal? No, it's overtly illegal to do that, right? Only some countries are more equal than others. And for those of you who demand that a company be able to say, we're censoring you and it's acceptable for insert any reason, you're wrong, and that shouldn't be how it is. That's how it is legally. That doesn't mean how reality works. The Halloween Bing and Copilot update by Microsoft Corporation and Gmail alteration next year, they're all kind of quinky-dink at the same time. The whole idea is, yes, they are kind of working together, is they're trying to escalate how much of an asshole they can be. Because if they see Microsoft doing it months ago, they can do it now. And again, unless you constantly and chronically shut off the updates that do this, not install the products that they want you to use, uninstall it when they force fuck you installing Windows 8. That actually happened, and you know it did. Windows 8 updates were forced on people. Gigabytes of space taken up without asking them. To where we had to go through and turn off literally every goddamn bit of permission this corporation had to alter our computers. Because it wasn't in our best interest ever. It's not for your own good. It's for their bottom line. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.